Welcome back to the channel, and you better buckle up because this is officially the biggest update we have ever seen in the history of the game, bringing a mountain of new content that is going to completely change the way you play, grind, and fight. We are talking about a massive expansion to the world map with the arrival of Demon Slayer Island and Namek Island, but the real headline here is the absolutely insane level cap increase to 20,000, which has sent the entire community into a frenzy as everyone scrambles to figure out the most efficient way to hit that new ceiling. We are hosting a massive giveaway of valuable items, and anyone can participate on this giveaway. You just have to watch the full video without skipping, like this video, subscribe the channel, and comment your Roblox username. Do not sleep on this offer, as you can get high-value items, and since the update is also coming soon, you can get an upper hand with the help of these premium items. Okay, so let's get back to our video now. In this video, I am going to break down every single detail from the new Sun God and Dual Wielder swords to the exclusive Spirit Warrior melee questline, while also diving deep into the secret race evolutions for Archangel and Reaper that are going to require the most dedicated grind we've ever seen. We've also got a brand new index system in C1 and C2 that provides permanent buffs just for being a collector, a terrifying new raid featuring the Minotaur, and a world boss in Yorichi who can literally turn invisible and end your run in 6 seconds flat. There is so much to cover, from the new Empyrean and Doombringer bloodlines to the massive call changes like the Dragon Goddess Pity being set to 100. So make sure you're settled in, because we are going through every single paragraph of these patch notes to make sure you don't miss a single buff or secret mechanic added in this massive 2026 meta shift. When we look at the offensive meta shifting in this update, we have to start with the 3 massive additions to the combat system, beginning with the highly anticipated Sun God and Dual Wielder swords, which are absolutely redefining the current DPS ceiling for sword mains. The Sun God sword feels like a direct tribute to solar-based breathing styles, featuring high burn tick damage and massive AoE scaling that makes it a monster for both mob grinding and high-tier PvP, while the Dual Wielder provides a much more technical, high-speed playstyle that relies on rapid-fire M1 chains and directional dashes that can easily catch opponents off guard in the arena. Not to be outdone by the blades, the new Spirit Warrior melee is perhaps the most interesting addition because it is locked behind an exclusive questline on Namek Island, requiring players to prove their worth through a series of combat trials to unlock a fighting style that focuses on ki like energy blasts and heavy-hitting physical combos that feel distinct from any other martial arts currently in the game. The sheer scale of the world has grown exponentially today with the introduction of Demon Slayer Island and Namek Island, 2 massive new zones that aren't just for show but serve as the primary hubs for the endgame grind now that the level cap has been officially pushed to a staggering 20,000. His level increase means veteran players finally have a reason to get back to the grindstone, and they will likely spend most of their time navigating the revamped Sailor Island or exploring the new territories to unlock the index system now implemented in C1 and C2. This index system is a literal game changer for completionists because it provides permanent stat buff milestones simply for collecting items, meaning that every sword, accessory, and relic you've tucked away in your inventory is now contributing directly to your character's power level regardless of whether you have it equipped or not, effectively rewarding the collector playstyle more than ever before in the history of the game. If you thought the previous raids were a challenge, the new Minotaur raid is going to be a wake-up call because it introduces 4 distinct difficulty tiers: normal, medium, hard, and extreme, with a boss mechanic that forces players to completely shift their strategy at 50% HP, and the Minotaur enters a second phase with entirely different attack patterns and increased aggression. Alongside the raid, we have the arrival of Yorichi as a new world boss, and he is arguably the most frustrating yet rewarding fight in the game right now due to his unique 6-second invisibility mechanic that requires players to predict his movements or use AoE sensory attacks to avoid being one-shotted from the shadows. To round out the new content, Crystal Defense has received an infusion of new mythical relics, giving players a massive incentive to jump back into that game mode to farm for the highest tier gear currently available to help survive the brutal onslaught of these new boss encounters. One of the most complex layers of this update is the introduction of secret race evolutions, which are going to take weeks, if not months, for the average player to achieve, specifically the Archangel and the Reaper forms. To evolve into an Archangel, you must already be a mythical angel and then survive the divine trials, which involve hunting down 5 secret drops, collecting 7 halos, some of which are hidden in the environment while others only drop from specific bosses, and securing 15 boss kills to prove your celestial worth. On the darker side of the spectrum, the Reaper evolution is the secret path for Wraith users through the soul trials, demanding a blood-soaked tally of 1,500 NPC kills, 3 rare souls, 10 Kraken takedowns, and a grueling 10 deathless raid runs, making the Reaper perhaps the most prestigious and difficult to obtain title in the entire game right now for those who want to embody the essence of death itself. To evolve into an Archangel, you must already be a mythical angel and then survive the divine trials, which involve hunting down 5 secret drops, collecting 7 halos, some of which are hidden in the environment while others only drop from specific bosses, and securing 15 boss kills to prove your celestial worth. On the darker side of the spectrum, the Reaper evolution is the secret path for Wraith users through the soul trials, demanding a blood-soaked tally of 1,500 NPC kills, 3 rare souls, 10 Kraken takedowns, and a grueling 10 deathless raid runs, making the Reaper perhaps the most prestigious and difficult to obtain title in the entire game right now for those who want to embody the essence of death itself. The developers have been busy tweaking the math behind the scenes to ensure the game stays balanced while still feeling rewarding, notably through the addition of a new artifact set and more mythical relics in Crystal Defense, alongside 2 powerful legendary bloodlines known as Empyrean and Doombringer that are set to shake up the current meta builds. There is also a new legendary clan called Senzu, which likely brings some form of regeneration or stamina buffs to the table, but perhaps the most player-friendly change is the official setting of the Dragon Goddess Pity to 100, alongside a general decrease in pity requirements for Primordial and Radiant runes. This, combined with the buffed item drop rates for the Cosmic Being World boss, suggests that the developers are trying to make the endgame progression feel slightly less like an impossible slot machine and more like a structured journey where your time spent grinding is actually respected by the RNG systems. Finally, looking at the technical and miscellaneous side of the update, we see some much-needed relief for players who like to switch between playstyles with the addition of 2 extra race storage slots, allowing for more experimentation without losing progress on rare roles. The official implementation of guild rewards means that playing with your community finally has a tangible benefit beyond just social interaction, providing a competitive edge to the top-ranking groups in the game. While we say goodbye to the Easter event and the associated island and shop, the trade-off is a much smoother experience overall thanks to a laundry list of bug fixes and performance optimizations that should help the game run better during high-intensity raids or when the server is packed with people trying to reach that new 20,000 level cap. That's it for today, guys. We do giveaways every weekend, so make sure you fulfill all the requirements. If you find this video informative, then make sure you support our channel by liking this video and subscribing the channel. See you on the next one. Bye!